Here is Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
It was a pretty busy day today. Now it's the Elta Joyce Murphy Museum Purchase Award. I got it right. That's a pretty busy day on top of everything else you have to do. Now you have 2 hours or so to get left and vote, but it's fallen on a Taco Tuesday, so there's a good excuse to get out the door. Now, sunset is already rolling around, and it's somewhere around 550 right now. Temperatures over the last 24 hours all the way down into those lower 50s. We are definitely on the warm-up, all the way into those lower 80s, so we're inside the 30-degree spread, and we're already on the cool down. Now, we're going to drop right back down into those 50s before we run up into those upper 80s by tomorrow, but I guarantee you it might get hotter than that. 78 in San Angelo, everybody else at 78, if not some cooler mid-70s across the entire area. That's the pattern we're going to hold on to for a while. 84 in Robert Lee, 75 down there in Sonora, 9 degrees across the entire Concho Valley for a pretty busy election day. Dew points are in those 40s, while humidity indices are in those 20s and those 30s, so a pretty dry day as well, and we're still holding on to a lot of these dry conditions for a while. Upper level pattern is going to show you some cooler air trying to work its way in by Sunday, and then we're looking off towards the west coast, if not the Four Corners. That's a heat dome if I've ever seen one, but right behind it a cutoff low, so some cooler weather. That's the roller coaster we're about to ride. Now, atmospheric moisture is not showing a whole lot of it. A lot of snowstorms are making their way off the west coast. Now, I was talking with Jose before the show. It's somewhere in those lower 80s. Around 2023, it was exactly the same as it was last year, as it is today. So is it really getting that much cooler earlier? Now, temperatures are showing us where those 80s are trying to fire their way back. But as we get closer towards the KSAN food drive and the Veterans Day parade, it might not be a cold one this year. Now, severe weather outlook is pretty quiet for Election Day across the entire nation, and we take it down to the surface to get a better idea of some of those higher winds. Still just taking aim at Nebraska, but we're getting a better idea of the snowstorm off the west coast, while we still see beautiful temperatures down here in the Concho Valley. Here comes the Futurecast. Now, they're about to see anywhere from 3 to 4 feet of snow around the west coast as it works its way around Wyoming, parts of Idaho, down into Colorado. Pretty normal for this time of the year. Down here in the Concho Valley, nothing but those beautiful 80s as they continue to see rounds of cold air up towards the north. So tonight, we're really just going to make our way all the way back down into those lower 50s. Get out there and vote, and then go ahead and grab yourself a taco. Then tomorrow, a good run at those upper 80s. It's really just feeling like second summer, but it's going to be a full moon tomorrow, so I want to see good pictures. Now, it's technically a super moon, so somehow it's going to be closer than usual. But as we close in on the KSAN food drive, it's going to be an absolute beautiful day by Veterans Day parade, not actual Veterans Day. Still going to be a warm one before that cold air makes its way in, and then we're back on the warm up from those 60s into those 70s, while those overnight lows go from those 50s down into those 30s, then right back up into those 40s. Stay tuned. I'll go up to the break. You're watching KSAN News.